Hey everybody, Dominic here in Studio One with the Learning Glass. And in this video, I want to talk about the use of video in online instruction and really talk about the difference between timely videos and timeless videos because they both have a benefit when it comes to online instruction. So timely videos, that's kind of my terminology of what I call them. And really what I'm referring to is videos that are one-time use videos. These are videos that you'll record one time, and then generally you probably won't use them again. Now, what is the purpose of a timely video? Well, for one thing, it's going to be to provide feedback to your students. You're going to look at their performance across different learning activities and formative assessments and see where there were some issues, also see where there were some successes, and provide feedback to your students. And when you do this, I highly recommend that you call out some students by name when you're giving out those successes, because it helps to show the students that you are really active and you know who they are. So providing feedback is a big one. Also going along with that is you can provide a summary of the past week. Okay. So this is a good opportunity in one of these videos to just kind of wrap up everything that was talked about in the previous weeks or the previous week. And along with that, you are also going to prepare students for the coming week. Or I should say you could. You don't necessarily have to do all of these things in a single video, but these are the potential ways in which you use a timely video. You can give students a preview of what to expect and make sure that they stay on task for what's coming in the following week. And my advice when it comes to a video like this is I would say these types of videos are good for 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, 3 to 5 minutes to create one of these videos where you provide the students a little bit of feedback on how they did, wrap up your work from last week, get them ready for next week. Now, you could certainly go longer than 5 minutes, especially if you have some in-depth feedback that you want to give to your students. You don't have to stick at 3 to 5. That's just generally what I would say. It's really up to you. But that's the idea of a timely video. And one of the reasons that I recommend that the time be about that short is that you don't want to spend a ton of time on a video that you're not going to reuse. And that is kind of the main facet of a timely video, is that generally you produce it to work with a certain group of students. So those are timely videos. Timeless videos, as you might guess, these are videos that you can reuse. Okay, they're reusable videos. And these are videos in which, first of all, you're going to provide learning content generally. Okay, so you're going to, deliver the instruction that students need. And when you're delivering this instruction, it's going to be content that will likely be repeated from course to course, from semester to semester. So you could just do this video once and not have to redo it every semester, unless it gets to a point where you feel like you need to redo it to make it better. When you're making a video like this, you want to avoid dates and times. Okay. If I'm doing a video like this, I want to avoid saying things like, hey everybody, so next week is spring break, and so I want to make sure that we cover this content so that you're ready for the midterm after break. Well, we don't want to do that, because what if I want to use that in fall semester? Well, there's no spring break next week in fall semester. I can't really reuse that video, or I could reuse it, but it sounds a little silly. So you're going to want to avoid mentioning dates and times. I would probably also avoid mentioning particular assignments, because you might change those assignments. Also avoid referring to things like what LMS you're using. We've seen a lot of that where faculty are referring to E360 in their lecture videos. And now, of course, we're moving to Canvas. And so it gets a little confusing again. Some of that's unavoidable, understandably, but just something to kind of keep in mind. I would recommend that you prepare with notes or a script. I think it would be smart to do one and or the other. For example, this video that I'm making now, I would refer to this as a timeless video. This is a video that I would repeat with other people. I know I've already referred to Canvas as our LMS, so I'm already breaking one of my rules that I just mentioned. But generally, the content that I'm giving to you right now could be repeated a year from now, 2 years from now, and should still be mostly applicable. And so to do that, I've got notes right here on my phone that I'm following, okay? And then what I would say for these types of videos is we're generally aiming for 15 to 20 minutes. We generally don't want to go super long with these types of videos simply because it's a lot of content for a learner to get through in a single sitting. You have to keep in mind that when you're doing an online course, students are going to be doing this course in many different environments. They're going to be at home in their room studying. That's great. They might be out at a cafe having coffee. They might be at the bus stop. They might be, sitting in the park. So we want to be cognizant of the different environments and break up our content into chunks. So 15 to 20 minutes, I think, is about the maximum that you want to get to. Going longer than that can be a little overwhelming. So that's just an overview of the difference between timely and timeless videos. I would like to also talk about the way in which you shoot videos. I might do that in another video, but obviously utilizing something like the Learning Glass allows for a much more engaging experience. So hopefully you'll have the chance to try it out. So thank you very much for watching.